One week later.
Okay, and we are back. Um, so I had to take probably about a week in between the last cut and up until now. First of all, I had to kind of just step away from this for a minute because it was getting to the point where I was beating my head against the desk. We'll just say that. Okay. It was massively confusing, especially since if you're someone who has not touched modern industrialization at all and you try and jump into it, a lot of this can be quite confusing. Luckily, though, I will say, thanks to the awesome community members in my Discord, they helped me a ton. They answered a bunch of my questions, they helped me solve a lot of things, and also pointed out, or I should say, also pointed. I had myself point out the fact that some of the things that I was doing was kind of dumb, and I highly don't recommend doing the way I'm doing it because, my lord, it was a pain. However, we got it working. So I have a machine that can do multiple crafts, and I have not had to create multiple machines except for the couple machines over here off to my right, which I'll show you in a little bit. But these are the main machines for the electric age. I mean, honestly, it goes through the entire modern industrialization. I mean, you have the compressor, the bending machine, wire mill, mixer, assembler, etc., all the way down. Uh, I haven't hooked up the packer yet. I don't know if I actually need this, but I need the unpacker. That's for sure. This thing I definitely do need, but the packer I'm not sure. I also hooked up my electric blast furnace with the Cooper coils, or however you want to pronounce that word, Cooper nickel. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, I do have this on an autocraft. I have not put any patterns in here just yet because I don't know exactly what I need to put into this thing yet, or what patterns I need. Another thing that I did in between during the week of me taking this off was I put all these guys onto auto traders for certain parts. So like motors, analog circuits, gears, sheets, which I have to fix some of my patterns to actually accept the steel plates because I noticed that a lot of them are going to be using steel sheets or steel plates, and this machine is not fast. I've been just time winding everything, trying to get things to be processed. These machines are not fast by any means. Granted, I'm not doing this the most efficient way because the machines, they build up efficiency off of a singular craft. So as long as you're crafting one item, it will build up efficiency and it will run faster. And then there's of course the upgrades that you can put in it will help you speed these things up as well and make it more efficient. But as the quest recommended, if we go ahead and pop over there, and I believe it's this quest right here, basic machine hull. This one. Sorry. Read this carefully. So it's after doing the basic components. It's this check mark where it says, read this carefully. This will help. I didn't listen to this, and I should have, where it says, you are advised to use one machine for one recipe, producing components passively because they have an efficiency modifier. And the efficiency increases the speed of the machine. So anytime a new craft comes through, the efficiency gets reset. And then it will build back up if it's a single craft, and then it will reset if it's a different craft. So that is the wrong way to do it, is the way I'm doing it. So don't do what I'm doing. I'm just doing this so I can learn how these machines work. Another issue that I had was the pattern providers need to be in locking mode, because if not, it will just break and not work properly because it will still try and push constantly, even if you have it on blocking mode. because the moment it receives an item from this machine, it will start pushing the next, and then it will eventually break, and then you lose some things out. Now, I will say, my macerator has not been playing kind for me, and for some reason, my antimony dust pattern is not working. So I have to figure that out. For some reason, it's just not wanting to work the way I want it to. So like if I try and craft, watch this work, because now I'm starting to stream. Okay, yeah, now it wants to work all of a sudden. But you see, as I'm crafting the antimony dust, you see up in the jade window up at the top that the efficiency is building, and each time it's going up, you could see that the craft is going faster. So that is what you need to do if you want to have a good time with modern industrialization. Also, having a time wand helps too, because you could just, if you have this set up right, you could just time wand everything and it worked. So right now, what I'm actually in the process of making are more of these advanced upgrades for the rest of my machines. So over here, this is where I kind of got stuck with the electrolyzers and the distilleries. I didn't know how to put in the fluid, and honestly, the fluid that I was trying to put in was the mechanism fluid, the stuff that I was making over there. And these machines for modern industrialization do not play kind with other fluids. So it's highly recommended that you go through the process of actually making the fluids from modern industrialization so that this works. As you can see, I have salt coming in. This is making me sodium dust and chlorine. Over here, I have water being processed to make hydrogen and oxygen. And then I have it combined somewhere, I think. No, I have not combined. Wait, no, I have not combined this yet. So these two items are being produced so that I can make hydrochloric acid, because that is going to be needed for a later craft. The centrifuge here, which I do have another one over there. This one is strictly for lava to produce me sulfur, copper nuggets, aluminum nuggets, and chromium nuggets. These three I don't care about. It's the chromium nuggets that I care about, because this will help me push to do the stainless steel, which is needed so that I could finally get that going. Yeah, all this just to get this thing running, because this needs stainless steel drills to work. And I need stainless steel drills so I could get the shell oil, so then I could continue progressing with modern industrialization. And to get stainless steel, that's a whole nother process. Oh man, that is a whole nother process. Right here, I have two distilleries. I have a bee actually where was making crude oil. I need to set my bees back up. I tore them down because I was starting to kind of move things around, and as I was doing lag busting, because my world became unplayable all of a sudden. So I took down a lot of things. I fixed it. I am doing good now. My TPS is sitting at 20, so it's happy. But right now, the distillery is processing crude oil two different ways. I'm about to put a third one on to do the third craft for the crude oil. Because if we go ahead and look here, there's three different ones that crude oil will do, which is the sulfuric naphtha, the sulfuric heavy fuel, and the sulfuric light fuel. And right now I'm making the sulfuric naphtha and the heavy fuel. So I'm going to put the next one up to do the heavy fuel, light fuel, sorry, the sulfuric light fuel. All those things are needed, again, to make more fluids to progress further into modern industrialization. So I'm going to keep saying it. Don't do what I'm doing. Also, the electric cutting machine, I was kind of stuck trying to figure out why this wasn't working. And due to my stupidity, I will admit, I was trying to push the recipes into a barrel. Now, if we come back to the back here, the recipe is calling for lubricant, which is a fluid. Fluids cannot go into barrels. So that's why that was not working. So as soon as I put this directly onto the machine, it works perfectly fine, as it should. So again, this is going to be an extremely long episode, especially since I had to take a week off to kind of just bring myself together with this, but I'm hoping that you learn what not to do and don't follow in my footsteps. This is all a learning experience for me, just so I could see what the process is and why there is such a strong hatred towards modern industrialization, and also a strong love for modern industrialization. It almost seems like it's a 50-50 mix in the modern community. And it's yeah, I mean I could see on both sides of the fence. Modern industrialization is a fun mod if you know what you're doing. If you're jumping into it fresh, it could get frustrating and that could cause hatred. Because my God, like I said, I had to take a week off because I was starting to hate this because I wasn't understanding what I needed to do. But again, thanks to my awesome community in the Discord, which, if you want to be a part of, the link will be in the description down below. Go ahead, click it. Everybody is welcomed. The only thing I ask for is just keep it clean. No 18 plus, no none of that. Keep it clean. You know, PG 13. Some cuss words are fine, but nothing sexualized or anything like that. That will get you a quick visit of the banhammer, and I don't want to do that. This is another thing that I have to watch out for, because I don't have a good way to pull this out just yet. I'm still finding a way to where I could keep it kind of clean like this, but also have the fluids be pulled out as well. So yeah, that's going to be another adventure. Okay, so what we need to do, I mean, honestly, we're pretty much already done with the electric age. Honestly, the only thing that's left is just these top pieces here. And I'm hoping that we could get some of this done here. Like the vacuum freezer, I need to build out as well. Because it's kind of like a multi-block, just like this one. So I was going to build it and maybe put it on top up here and run some more cabling up. Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this craft because it is not needed. And also I need to make uh, polyethylene so that I can make more of the advanced upgrades, because that is required in the assembler. It requires 1 millibucket of polyethylene to make 4 advanced upgrades. I don't have this just yet because it is a process. I have to make ethylene and ethanol, and this is a whole process in itself. So I have to do another distillery with steam cracked naphtha or steam cracked light fuel. And in order to get either of these, you have to do a chemical reactor with naphtha and steam. And to get naphtha, you have to do another chemical reactor with sulfuric naphtha and hydrogen. And it will break it down into naphtha and sulfuric acid. So right now, we have the sulfuric naphtha coming into the system. So we can do that process. However, I want to finish out the rest of this chapter. So I'm going to go ahead and see exactly, oh, actually polyethylene is right there. So I do need to make this. So I need sulfuric acid, polyethylene, and hydrochloric acid. And that's going to be chemical reactors. So this is going to be fun. So let me go ahead and cut away here. Let me make these chemical reactors because I don't think I have any on hand right now. It doesn't look like it. No, I don't. Okay, so let me go ahead and make these chemical reactors. Let me get everything set up so that I could get this processing, and I will bring you guys right back. Okay, so an entire hour later, may have been a couple of seconds for you, but an entire hour later, we finally were able to get to the point where we now can make polyethylene. Oh man, that was a journey. And what I actually want to do is I want to lock this one so that it's not acting that way. There we go. I want it to just remain in that one square. Go ahead and put that away. Yeah, that took an extremely long time. That took way too long. Like I said, that took me an hour just to make, what, 7, 11 machines? I did have to fix a couple of my recipes, especially for these processing patterns. They were using the wrong steel plates. They were trying to make steel plates instead of using the steel plates that I was getting from these guys. Because I have these on auto trade. I have a ton of them in the system, and that's kind of cut down the time because this machine is super slow, massively slow. But we got that taken care of. It still took a long time, and an hour was with time winding everything constantly. It was an entire hour of time winding these machines. So we have polyethylene coming in. We have ethylene being made in one of these machines. This one. This one is for these I have set up because I think for the next couple of crafts that we're going to be doing. I think it's for the next part of the quest. I'll have to take a look right now. But yeah, no, we got that. So next thing we need to do is grab a bucket of each. So if we go to modern industrial, nope, modern, there we go. So we need a bucket of sulfuric acid. We need a bucket of hydrochloric acid. And then we also need a bucket of our new one that we just made, the polyethylene. Okay, as soon as we get that, we could go ahead and right click this back into our system to make it available. And there we go. Let's go ahead and continue. Look at that. We're going places. We are moving. So the next one is going to be chromium dust. Funny enough, I actually have chromium coming in, which then we could just for the sake of questing, we could just grab one of these, grab an ore hammer, grab the iron one. Ooh, is that not a recipe? Hold on one second. Chromium dust. Oh, that is not a recipe. But we could pass it on through the macerator over here and just get it crushed down real quick. There it is. I was like, where did my ingot go? Just for the sake of for completing the quest real quick. We also need manganese dust. What do we need for this one? How do we get this dust? Oh, and we need that for stainless steel. So we need the chromium and the manganese dust. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So this keeps coming back to something that I don't think we have access to. So it's requiring manganese sulfur solution, which is sulfuric acid. And okay, let's see. Do we have that? Oh, we got some. We got a chemical reactor. So I guess we could plop another one down here. I don't know where we got this from. Centrifuging iron. Okay. So we'll need to set up another centrifuge. That is kind of wild. What I can do for now. Do I not have a centrifuge over here? Got a macerator. Is it over here? Unpacker, packer, alloy smelter. Wow, okay. So what we can do is make another centrifuge and just feed iron to it because I got a ton of raw iron. So that shouldn't be an issue at all. So let me go ahead and get that rolling because that's going to take a while. And I'll probably just make 5 of these. It'll take time, but as I'm going through the rest of this process, I mean, that's fine. So let me go ahead and put all that back into the system. Let me put this here. This is going to have the sulfuric acid and the crushed sulfuric acid and the crushed manganese crushed dust. We're also going to put that in there. And then I just need to supply it some power real quick. And this should be rock and rolling for what we have. And then I could just go ahead and lock those, because that's going to just remain this singular machine. And now we have manganese sulfuric solution coming in nicely, actually. Wow, that's actually a lot. Okay, and then with that, we need to put it through an electrolyzer. Do I have an electrolyzer? I have one right here, but it's being used. I have another one right here, which is also being used. Ooh, okay, so I need to make another electrolyzer. Unless I have one in the system somewhere. Doesn't look like I am that lucky. So, pattern. Do I have the pattern for it? It looks like I deleted the pattern. Okay. So, let it see. Electrolyzer, where are you at? There you are. Aluminum rods I should be able to make. Can I not? Where are my rods? Hold on. Back here. Yeah, I can make the aluminum rods. That's weird. Okay. So let's make sure we get this so we can get the processing pattern for it. Perfect. And we will throw this bad boy in here. Okay. So I have a couple more machines that I got to make apparently. But yeah, once I do, we'll get this ball rolling. Okay, why'd you stop working? Are you out of sulfuric acid already? I guess you are. How much sulfuric acid do you take? 9 buckets. Wow, that is a lot. Okay. And I don't remember which one is making sulfuric acid. It's one of these machines over here, I think. That's hydrochloric acid, that's naphtha. There it is. So it's this bad boy. And it looks like what is the ratio to that? 12:2. Wow. These require a lot of fluid. Okay, so I'm going to do another cut. I'm going to get these machines created so you don't have to watch me stand here for an hour. I will bring you guys right back. Okay, and we're back. So another hour has passed. I've made a couple of centrifuges. Also in the meantime, I made a couple of bees to kind of help us out with this process. So if we come over here, you see I have 3 more centrifuges. One of them is doing iron, which is giving us the manganese crushed dust. The other one is breaking down monazite dust into the neodymium, cadmium, and the yttrium dust. Also getting us helium. We have naphtha coming in and sulfuric acid. We have polyethylene coming in. We have the manganese sulfuric acid. We have the hydrochloric acid and the steamed cracked naphtha coming in. So everything is running. Everything is going. This centrifuge was to make the bee. You put the ruby spawn egg in and you get chromium bee. So I made a couple of those. So I got chromium on the bee and I got the monazite or monazite dust or the monazite bee on to give us the dust. A lot of words going on with this mod pack, that's for sure. So we still have everything rolling in nicely. This one's giving us the sodium dust and the chlorine again. These machines have been going at it for the past couple of hours. It may seem super quick to you because of the powers of YouTube, but this is definitely not quick. This is definitely not quick. So if you want a massive time killer, a time sink, definitely do Modern Industrialization because this will take you a ton of time. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let me get this manganese dust. What do we need for that? Okay, so we need and get rid of all that there. Oh, and there's a bee for this too. I will be getting that, trust me. So we need iron bee. Oh, let's just go do that real quick. Actually, matter of fact, I think I have iron bee spawn eggs, possibly. Yes, I do. Look at that. I am coming prepared. How many do I need? Because you need 6 ruby bees to make 1 chromium bee. So what do I need to make the manganese bee? These words are hard, man. I'm telling you. So we need 6 iron bees per bee. So that's going to be a total of 30, which we definitely have that. I mean, you saw we were over 100. Let me get 30 bees here. I'm actually proud that I kept these in the system. Man, go ahead and get that going. Let's time on this so we can get those bees quickly. Perfect. Now what I like to do is go home, use my bee breeder 9000 and get these bees to max level. The only thing I don't have right now for the bees is the actual flowering block. If it needs a whole... So we still have to get the uh, the actual dust, but this is going to help us big time once we do get that one block. So all we have to do is just focus on getting 9 dust, and we're set on this stuff. All right, let's go back. Nope, let's go down here. Let me grab my personal shrinking device, come into this place. You can see this is where I have everything set up. So let me get another feeding slab. Actually, I'll probably do 2 more feeding slabs to finish this off. Make sure these are not connecting. Perfect. Make sure this is pulling out. To kind of help with the mitigation of honey on this, I put sponges in here. So that kind of reduces the amount of items that we have coming in and being processed. So let me go ahead and slap these guys up in here. There we go. Alright, so what kind do you take a block of it? What do you flour on? Just the dust. Wow. Okay. So we just need to make a singular dust. That is... Did I see that right? A singular dust. Flowering. Sure enough. Okay. So let's head back. Let's see what we need to actually make this dust now. Okay, so we need the tiny dust, which is in the mixer, possibly? No, that's how we get it. We need a... That's what we needed the manganese sulfuric solution for, is to get the manganese tiny dust out of a electrolyzer. Okay. Do I have the electrolyzers on me? Did I make the electrolyzers? Not. All right, here we go. Another time skip. And just like that, we are done. We got the machine. See how quick that was? Oh, don't you love YouTube and its magic? Anyways, we have the manganese sulfuric solution coming in, making the manganese tiny dust, which then now we have to pack the tiny dust into its full form, which is just 9, just like that. And with that said, we now could go back to our, if I can find it, to our compact machine, and I put my personal shrinking device away, and we can now, guys, I highly recommend you guys getting bees for everything that you do. Extreme reactors, mechanism, power, modern industrialization, everything that you could turn a bee, get it, because this helps so much in progression. Let me make sure that is bringing it in. It sure is. I want to see what kind of dust are we getting. And it looks like it's tiny dust that we get, which is fine because I could just turn that into the normal dust with a couple of crafts here. Let me see, chromium. Yeah, so I'll need to make one for chromium and I'll need to make one for manganese. Manganese. What a word. Alright, so we'll do this one, and we're going to do just the normal. I'm not going to use the packer. I don't want to use the packer for this because that will just take way too long. I'd rather just do it this way because crafting like this will just be quicker. And there we go. And now if we want to do like 100 of these, boom, we got it. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. And now we can make stainless steel dust. So let's head back and let's watch this mixer mix up some stainless steel dust. What a process just to make this dust. Man, I'm going to do a stack. Apparently it's going to be just a little bit over a stack, but that's fine. And we'll watch this mixer go. It is making I think it's making it. Take a look. Am I missing? What am I missing here on the stainless steel? Let's take a look. I feel like I'm missing something, unless it just combined. Okay, so I'm missing the nickel dust. So the nickel dust, I do have that. Should be coming in fairly quick. I don't know why that wasn't being made. I might have to look at my ingredients. Okay, so let me put that in there. Which I think it was just one, right? Nickel dust, yeah. So 6 iron. Okay, so so 6 iron, yeah, okay. Looks like I already had the pattern in there, so let me take out the one I just put. Hard to tell if it's making it. Okay, let me cancel the craft, pull all this out. Let me unlock this. It's probably one of those where I need to unlock it. And then let's try that again. Stainless steel. We'll make a stack. And if you haven't noticed, if you hold down shift, it will give you you know, the variation, so 16, 32, 64 instead of the 10, 100,000. Just that easy. That craft is, oh, there it goes. It's working. So I do need to lock it then, it looks like, because it is not acting correctly. Let's try that one more time here. What are you making? This might be something where we can only make if we lock the recipe, but it should be coming through with no issues. Let me take a look here. Okay, it doesn't like something, and I'm not oh, you know what? It's because this is locked. Okay, so let's try that again. Making Invar. I don't want it to make Invar. Yeah, so this, when there's multiple crafts like this, the best thing to do is, this is what I was talking about. This is the best thing to do, especially for something like this for right now, is you want to just lock it down. The only reason why I say this for right now is because I'm going to make a separate mixer just for stainless steel, because I don't want this to be locked up while I'm doing the other crafts. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. It should come through perfectly fine now with no issues. After I unlock this, of course. And there it goes. Made the stainless steel just like that. Perfect. Now, the question is already answered. Never mind. I was going to see if I could make a stainless steel B, but it doesn't look like there is one, which is fine. Let's just confirm that real quick. Frost B, Sky Steel B, Energized, Dark Steel, In Steel, Lightning Steel. Okay, so the Dragon and then Bio Steel. Yeah. So there is no stainless steel B. Unfortunate, but it's okay. So let's go ahead and make some more of the stainless steel, because I want to get some stainless steel rolling. Yeah, look at that. It's coming in nicely. Perfect. Boom. Done. Okay. We have stainless steel. We have stainless steel, and that's another quest down. Boom. Now the next thing we need to do is stainless steel hot ingots, which is through the electric blast furnace. Okay, actually this is going to be our first recipe for the electric blast furnace. So let's go ahead and make that real quick. Put that bad boy right up in here. And we could go ahead and dump that back into the system. And let's see, can we make 10 ingots? I'm going to remove this as well because I found out that that is not great. How many do I need to make? Just one? Okay. That's the fluid. That's the item. There it goes. Back into the system. Wonderful. That is beautiful. We now have hot stainless steel ingot. Another quest down. Which then we have to make another multi-block, which is the vacuum freezer. Whew. Which is this bad boy. So we need to make the vacuum freezer and then 30 frost-proof machine casings. So let's go ahead, vacuum. Let's get this guy rolling. And then frost. Nope. Machine casings. Nope, not those. Do I not have those on autocraft? Frostproof machine casing. I thought I did have those on. That's advanced. Okay, so I don't have. Did I accidentally take it out? Thought I did make it, but I guess not. Okay, let's frost this guy right here. So let me go ahead and get to the right thing. There's one. Okay, so we have the two crafts. So let me go ahead and throw the gear into our matrix here. And then let me throw the casings into the assembler, which for some reason it does this sometimes. I choose this one sometimes and it will make a crafting pattern, unless I'm just not paying attention correctly. Okay, so there's that. So let me go ahead and speed up a lot of these machines, and then once I have all the blocks, I'll go ahead and bring you guys right back. Okay, and just like that, we now have a vacuum freezer. Awesome. And monazite dust, which we don't need at the moment, but that's fine. Add it to the pile. Anyways, we got that going, and then I hooked it up to a pattern provider. Got this thing going. So I want to go ahead and see if we could make stainless steel now. Let's give it a try. And we'll go ahead and start that. And it looks like it is working. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Look at that. We got stainless steel. Man, that took so long. There we go. So that's half of that done. Now we just got the other half to do, which is the doped silicone, the OP amp, and the gates. So let's work on those now. What do we need for these? I'm going to go ahead and bookmark these real quick. It'll just be a little bit easier to set up. Okay, that one needs an assembler, which should be fine. And it looks like there's quite a few of these. Okay, which means we might have to clean out our centrifuge here, or not centrifuge, assembler a little bit here. So for now, I will take the electric blast furnace and the copper nickel coils, the vacuum freezer and its frost-proof machine casings, and I will move some of these around here real quick, and I will remove all these. Okay, that should give us plenty of space without interfering with our crafts. So let me go ahead and put that up, and I will put all these in the system so we can get them later. Put all those in the system. Same with that, that. I'll go ahead and just put everything away. All right, so what do we need to make these few items? So we need silicone plate and aluminum tiny dust, which I should have in here, which I do. Perfect. And this is in a chemical reactor. So we could actually use this guy because we're not using this one for anything at the moment. So let me go ahead and set this recipe. Okay, we're gonna have to remember that one. No, this is electrolyzer. Hey, do I have any more chem reaction chambers? I do. Look at that. Past me is killing it. There we go. Okay, so this one is going to be this guy. This one is going to be this guy. So that's two of them. So now all we need to do is just get them hooked up to some import exporters, get some acceleration cards out, and some smart cable. And then I'm going to go ahead and clear this out and grab some regular cable. Not regular cable, but some of these. This will give me the ability to run these down and over. All right, so for this one, we need silicone and aluminum. For this one, we need silicone and antimony tiny dust. So let's do this guy first. So we'll go silicone and aluminum tiny dust. Acceleration cards. We also are going to need some craft cards. So these should be coming in here soon. As you can see, the machines over there are working, and this just turned on. Perfect. This one is going to be the same thing. We'll put crafting card in there, silicone, but this one is going to be with antimony tiny dust. And once those crafts are done over there, this one will start to pick up. So what we can do is just speed this guy along, and then that should force it to start pushing out antimony as well. Oh, it did already. Perfect. So I'm going to take some of these so I could put them here. Now, I don't know if we need these on a constant craft, because I'm not sure what these are used for. Oh, they are used for transistors and diodes and transistors as well. Okay, perfect. Well, let me see if we got any of those yet, which we did, so we could go ahead and pull them out. That will be another quest done. Boom. All right, let's look at this guy. This looks like it needs transistors, diodes, and resistors, which is going to be in the assembler. So let's go ahead and craft that up real quick. Make sure we're on the assemblers tab, and we'll toss that guy in there. And let's go ahead and do the rest for these guys as well. Aluminum wire. We don't have that? We really don't. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab these crafts as well. We'll slap this guy in here, and then we will slap these guys in here. Perfect. Put those back into the system. So I have a feeling it'd probably be best to do a pattern provider so that these aren't just constantly running. They'll just, you know, be on a small. So because it's honestly it's just taking up machines, which I don't want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and remove these. I'll speed these up so I can finish the craft of what's in here already. I'll get my wrench out, and I will take these offline here. So we got pattern providers. We'll get 2 of these. Actually, we don't even need those guys. We can just do this. This will be kind of a weird setup here, but it's okay. Do this one at a time. There we go. Now let me put some cable back down on these guys so that they are connected. And we're doing good. We are using only 13 channels so far on this cluster. I'm not too worried about it. And then let's go ahead and make some processing patterns for these. Just so we are not wasting machines. So this one was for that one. And then that one. I'll go ahead and clear these out so that there's nothing in here. I'm causing a misbalance. And just to make sure, we will get some importers. Some regular importers. We don't need nothing fancy. And I'll slap these guys down right here. Slap some cable and connect it here. And then I'll go in and give these some speed boost. So this should all be good to go. So now that these machines are freed up, yep, we are good to go there. Perfect. Okay, so let me see if I could actually get these on an auto craft real quick. So let me just craft one and see how that goes. So it is working, which is good. It will take some time, of course. Perfect. Okay, so those are now on auto craft. So what we can do is we can now request these amp. So we'll request one of those real quick, and we'll just speed it up here for a little bit. And there we go. We have the amp. That's another quest down. And now we just got to make these 3 gates. So I'll go ahead and get those requested up here. So one there, and one there. Go ahead and speed these machines up real quick. Okay, there's one gate. That one actually pretty... Oh, wow, they're almost done. Okay. Those were not bad. And there's the other quest down. So now we only have one last one to go. And it's this digital circuit, which of course is in the assembler. So let's go ahead and make an autocraft for that. Make sure we're in the assemblers tab. Get that. And it looks like this guy is something new. Oh, this is requiring stainless steel plates and aluminum cables, so that is definitely new. Oh, and the polyurethane or polyethylene stuff. So this might actually not work on this assembler. We might need to set up a new assembler So let me go ahead and get that situated here because I think I have some assemblers on standby, which I do. Perfect. And I will, what would be the easiest way? I'll just go ahead and plop them down right here. Let me get another pattern provider, force that down, throw these back into the system, don't need them there. And then let me get a import bus so that we could pull the items back in. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm not going to have this one on the front. I'm going to have this one on the side. I don't want you to connect there. The reason being is so I could just go like that. And now that has a channel and is online. That has a channel and is online. So this should be good to go, which then we could just go ahead and throw this guy in here too. No, I'll throw him in the other one just because that should hopefully speed it up as well because we'll have a couple of them being made. And then I just need to make the stainless steel plate and the aluminum cable. Put that on a pattern provider, of course, or a pattern. So that's could be done in the assembler if I want to do it that way. Or I could do this craft, which looks to be the best way to go about it. And then the stainless steel is in the compressor, of course. So we will go ahead and add that pattern to the rest of them. Kind of surprised I didn't already have, but that's fine. Have it now. I'll put the cable into the matrix here. We're very, very, very close. Once I put this in, we should be able to request it. And this is the digital circuit. So let's go ahead and request this bad boy. And just to kind of speed up time, we will speed up all these machines just to make sure that we could get this done in a timely manner. And then I'll come over here. This does not have power yet. Let me grab some cables. Completely forgot about that. Oh, now that should be up and running as soon as we get there. Let me speed up these machines again. So it is crafting those digital circuit boards, which is perfect, which is exactly what we want. And everything else is being made. There it goes. So if we come back over here, and there it is. Speed this up, and boom. We now have completed, finally completed the digital circuit, or the electric age, I should say, which unlocks the next chapter of modern industrialization, which is, in fact, digital age. Oh. So the only thing that is ultimately needing to be done are the LV steam turbine and the LV diesel generator. I will do those off camera because those are just not necessary. Oh, there's actually, so I need shell oil and crude oil. Oh, I never got buckets of those. Hold on one second. Modern, so we need a bucket of this, a bucket of this, and a bucket of, where's the other one? Not have any made. Am I out of crude? I am out of crude. And that's an easy fix. We'll just go on home real quick, grab our personal shrinking device. We'll head over to our lovely little crude oil bee. I'm gonna make some more bees as well, just so we have a decent crude oil supply coming in. Go ahead and speed that up, and speed that up. So now we got some crude oil coming in nice and hot. Let's come back over here, and I think it was this one that I need a bucket of. Grab it. There we go. And there's that quest. Helium bucket I should be able to do. So the last one is just this sulfuric crude oil, which requires shell oil, which I cannot get just yet because I have to make the stainless steel drills. But now that we have access to stainless steel, we can make that and we could get this bad boy running. But I will do that off camera. Just know that I will have that completed. And by the next episode, we will be jumping into modern industrialization, digital age. Seeing that this episode has gone on, or seeing that this has taken me so long, I'm going to have to probably break this up into 2-part video. And once all that is put out, I will start working on the digital age. And the digital age looks interesting. There's a lot more going on here. We have to deal with uranium rods, MOX rods, deuterium buckets, heavy water, tritium, the nuke. Like there's so much going on here. It's crazy. And it's gonna be a while to get through that one as well, which may be a couple more episodes. We'll see what happens though when we actually do jump into it. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and call this chapter of Modern Industrialization fully complete. Boy, look at all those machines. Oh man, what a nightmare this was. Anyways, if you guys liked these episodes, go ahead and smash that like button. Leave down a comment on what you guys think about modern industrialization so far based on my experiences. I could tell you it's a hit and miss right now. It is a massive headache, and oh man, I know I could be doing stuff differently to alleviate this headache, but I did this to myself. Anyways, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you could get notified for future episodes, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.